May I come in?
Sure. Why don't you come in and neck for a while? Oh, I'm sorry. I see you don't find that very amusing.
No, I don't, Joan.
Why not? It's still legal. You're still man and wife, according to the records.
Look, let's just try to keep the nastiness out, okay?
Sit down, dear Nick. I'm so pleased you called. If I'd had more warning, you know, I would have worn something prettier. You caught me in this little nothing of a house dress, and you know that with you, I always like to look my prettiest. After all the competition. I wonder what Valerie Ames spends a year on her clothes. Wow.
Joan, how are you going to handle it?
Handle what?
Oh, come on. You know, that $1,000 court cost thing was not my idea. I'd have been perfectly satisfied just to forget the whole thing, but... well, there it is.
There it is. Right.
Well, the point is, I've been thinking about it.
I know. You sent your father around to think about it for you.
Yeah, I know. That was wrong. I shouldn't have let him come. I should have come myself. But...
that's right.
well, at any rate, here I am.
Well, I'd have baked a cake if I'd known you were coming.
Joan, do you mind if we just stop gagging it up and get down to business?
What business?
$1,000 is business, isn't it?
It sure is.
Well, you owe it. The court says fork over, and they mean it.
That's my problem, not yours.
I know. But I'm ready to make it mine.
Why? Guilty conscience?
No. Just because I am, that's all.
How very beautiful and responsible.
Look, I think I can get a personal loan. I think I can get together 1,000, or most of it anyway.
Forget it, Nick.
I'd love to forget it. And believe me, once this is out of the way, I will.
You know something? You can forget it because I don't want or need your money.
What is that?
Well, I know you wouldn't recognize it, seeing as how you've had so little chance to observe it firsthand. But it's what we in this country call cash money, and it's $1,000.
Where did you get that?
What's it to you?
Oh, come on now. Where did you get it?
Does that make a whole lot of difference to you?
It does to you. You certainly didn't have it yourself.
That's right. Then if it's only to me that it makes a difference, why don't you just not mix in? Sorry, Nick, to have spoiled your nice, happy day.
Joan, where did you get that money? Huh?
That really does bug you, doesn't it? That I might have a loyal friend or two in this world.
Okay, fine, that's it, I guess. Of course, I'm still going to have to borrow some money for the divorce.
What divorce?
Oh, come on.
Well, as far as I know, I'm the only wife you have, so I'm the only one you could get a divorce from.
Your logic is fine, so far.
And I'm not getting a divorce from you, nor you from me. So whoever could you be thinking about?
Now, wait a minute. Are you telling me that you want to hold on to this? It's not a marriage, you know. It's just a legality, something in limbo.
No divorce.
We're miserable together. We haven't even lived under the same roof for months. And as far as I'm concerned, we're never going to live under the same roof again, either.
No divorce?
Joan, you actually hate me. It drips from every word you say to me. You can't even stand shaking hands with me, let alone being married to me.
No. No divorce.
Why not? Joan, we are tied to a corpse.
Divorce is against my principles.
Oh, since when? That's hogwash.
Then why do you think about it?
Okay, fine. I'll get it myself. I'll go to Mexico for one.
Go to Outer Mongolia for all I care, but no divorce.
Will you at least tell me why?
Sure. Because I'm not giving you any gifts.
Gifts?
Yes. Freedom, my dear Nick, is a great gift. It says so right in our history books. And I'm not giving you yours, at least not while Valerie Ames is around and available. I see. You're beginning to see my way of thinking.
And if it's okay with you, Frank, we'll let Nick's column run over here on page 8. With all this election stuff, we're really tight.
Okay, Nick? What? Did you hear Jerry's suggestion? Oh, whatever you guys say. You're the bosses. Hey, Nick. No sense trying to figure it out now.
Figure what out?
Okay if I tell Jerry?
Yeah.
Just before we came in here to confer with you, Nick gave me a rundown on his domestic situation. Seems that his wife, Joan, is suddenly very anti-divorce.
Oh, well, she'll get other ideas as time goes on. Hey, speaking about election stuff, I just bought ex-Governor McKay's commentary for the day after election. Now, we're going to have to find some space here with... Nick, come on, what do you say?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry.
Oh, I'm sorry about your personal problems, but that's water all over the dam now, isn't it?
Yeah, but where'd she ever get that $1,000 to pay those court costs? Maybe the same place the other money came from. What money? Money that was used to pay the Petersons. Yeah, that could be. Yeah. In which case she has a very loyal friend, you might say.
Mm-hmm. Well, are we in the newspaper business or the private eye business?
Sorry, Jerry. Go ahead.
I don't mean to be unsympathetic, Nick.
I know, Jerry, I know.
But everybody has their personal problems. I try to leave mine outside the front door of this building, though. All right? Now, I think we better try and get...
You know, the thing is that nobody seems to know where that other money came from, either. Yeah, but can't Forelli dig into that? Only so far.
Gentlemen.
You know, Val's not going to give up. Not a bit. I know. We had a sample of that this morning ourselves.
Now, listen. The doings of my family are private, and I want them to stay private.
Your family, Jerry. Look, I'm involved in this a little bit, too. You know, it's not just Valerie.
And I'm going to have a long talk with Valerie about it. This thing has gone too far.
Well, I agree, but Joan...
look, I don't want to hear any more about Joan. And I don't want to hear, and I certainly don't want to read in the newspapers anything more about the Ames family and its personal problems. Now, from now on, the Ames family is off page 1, and off every other page if possible. And that's exactly what I'm going to tell Valerie. Now, could we possibly get back to work?
Oh, Valerie, this is wonderful.
Well, I don't know how wonderful it is, but it certainly is a relief. Getting to a point where I doubted my own sanity.
You know, I wonder why Jerry didn't have the Joan Kane story take up more space.
Who cares? All I wanted was to have it on the record that Joan Kane had made it all up.
And so you're going to drop it now?
Except for one thing.
Well, then let me tell you something. In order to organize a campaign like this against you, it took brains and money.
Both
Am I right?
of which Joan has very little.
Well, then there must be somebody pulling the strings behind her.
Well, that's what I think, but people keep trying to discourage me.
What people?
Oh, Susan, Jerry. Jerry's very touchy about it. He wants me to back away, let well enough alone.
Oh, that's absurd.
You know, Grace, I think it embarrasses him, the idea of a woman my age, even in fiction, being involved in a thing like this. It just embarrasses him.
Well, a woman your age? Oh, Valerie, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going down there and I'm going to tell Jerry Ames that I am going to be the correspondent in a lurid divorce case.
Oh, really, Grace?
No, but I'm really serious, Valerie. Obviously, someone else besides Joan Kane wants your hide, and people like that must not be allowed to be walking around. You have to find out who they are and then off with their heads. And if not, you'll suddenly find that you're losing yours. And that, Valerie, dear, is true.
This is The Secret Storm. Stay tuned for The Edge of Night, next over most of these CBS stations. And be sure to watch The Secret Storm every day, Monday through Friday. This program was recorded.